Well, we've had another fantastic day of play here at the Sime Darby LPGA Malaysia. Let's take a quick look at the highlights from the final round here at the Kuala Lumpur Golf and Country Club.
The stage was set for a dramatic final day in the Sime Darby LPGA Malaysia of 2015, and Yani Singh was certainly part of the early conversation. Here's the former world #1 rolling in an early birdie putt at the 5th, and there were a few starting to queue up behind our overnight leader Jessica Korda, who started with 3 pars, and then this, her first red figure of the day, and that got things started at the 4th. Lydia Ko was amongst the main challengers. Here she is at 5, measuring 166 yards today. The 18-year-old who stormed home at the Evian Masters. A lot of people were thinking that they might see a similar thing on Sunday in Malaysia. Great shot there at the 5th. Stacey Lewis, after a slow start, just a 72 in the opening round, but then Friday and Saturday she put herself back in the mix again. This was her second shot at the 8th, and a beauty it was. And she was starting to loom as well, the world #3. Shan Feng, defending champion, got a bad break. Ball scooted forward on her here at 10 and finished up finding the rough, and then she had a left pin to contend with, but she did it superbly. Outstanding approach, and she would go on to make birdie, and they were pressing. Morgan Pressel at the 17th wasn't in contention, but it might turn out to be a moment that she'll remember for a while. A 1 for Morgan at the par 3 17th. A shot of the day without question. Then this big moment, Jess Korda, this for a par at 11. She had looked under no pressure until then. She made a bogey, but she was able to dust herself off, refocus, and get things going again. Made a par at 13, a par at 14, also parred the 12th, the par 5, and then she came up with this beautiful approach at 15, and that set up a birdie, and the victory was starting to look more and more likely. From 6 feet or thereabouts, about as long as she is, and she's about 6 feet long, 6 feet tall. She stood tall today. Lydia Ko needed to probably make eagle at 16 if things were going to happen. To make eagle, she needed to hold that, and she wasn't far away from doing it. And Shan Feng wasn't able to make an eagle either. A birdie, though, was good enough to get her up into a tie for second, and that is where she would stay. But at 17, Jess Korda produced a wonderful tee shot, and then she turned the key in the lock with this, and the victory was assured even with 1 to play. And the tears started before the final putt fell, and they started again after the final putt fell. 65 to win. When you lead by 2, nobody's going to come from behind you and overtake that sort of performance. And her fellow pros were quick to congratulate her. She's been through a horror year. It started so well. She was tied second in the first event of the year, and then after that, she has not seen the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, buddy.
She went home, refreshed herself for a few weeks, and now all of a sudden she's got her 4th career victory to add to 2 last year, to add to the Australian Open Championship that was her first victory. A magnificent performance by the 22-year-old, and one that she will cherish, especially after the circumstances that she has had to endure so far in season 2015. So Jess Korda fires a 65 and in the end wins by a total of 4 shots.
It was a great day. We had a lot of fun out there, and I was just trying to keep it together all the way through 18 holes.
You certainly kept it together through 18 holes. You were quite brilliant out there today. We want to know what has happened. You were missing cuts throughout the summer. By your own admission, you weren't playing good golf at all. Where's the spark? Where's the turnaround come from?
I guess just the 3 weeks at home, you know, really cracking down with my coach David and with my family, and also working a lot on the physical aspect of, you know, myself, and just kind of found the love for the game back. And, you know, my boyfriend and I played a lot of golf. We played a lot of golf together with my sister, and we just, you know, just enjoyed my time at home, and I think I just came here refreshed.
You had 2 wins in 2014. How difficult is it to come back into the winner's circle when you haven't been filled with confidence by your performance in 2015?
It's difficult. I mean, you're playing against the best players in the world week in, week out. You know they're going to bring their A game. You know birdies are going to be dropped. And so just to win again is amazing, especially after the year that I've had.
And this is what the leaderboard looked like at the end of Sunday. Jess Corder of the United States, a 4-shot winner over 3 quality players. Lydia Ko of New Zealand, Shan Chan Feng of China, Stacey Lewis of the United States locked at 14 under. Yani Singh in 5th place at 13 under. Hannah Zhang had an ill health day today, but she had a pretty good week overall at 12 under. And Anna Nordquist found a very good way to finish with a 6 under 65. But the glory belongs to Jess Corder, the winner in Malaysia in 2015. And the caravan rolls on to Korea next week.
It's been an incredible tournament here at the KLGCC. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope you have as well. Not just the golf, but all the festivities, the activities, and everything going around in the Spectators Village as well. Make sure you join us again next year for the Sime Darby LPGA Malaysia 2016.